My name is Flavius Laconicus Aetius. I was born in the thriving port city of Danustica, which prospers under the rule of my father, Archon Flavius Magnus Aetius, with my mother, Audentia Proserpina Mestracaros, at his side. Nestled at the confluence of east and west and north and south, Danustica's markets bustle with exotic and rare goods offered up by merchants speaking every tongue known in Calradia. The water is always fit for swimming where the Parasic Sea meets forest, desert, steppe, and mountain foothills. The port never sleeps and is perpetually abuzz with the activity of deckhands and longshoremen at work, loading and unloading all manner of cargo. The wealth flowing through Danustica secured our place among the Greek patrician families of the Calradian Empire. Before my grandfather, Flavius Maximus Aetius, passed, he was a close personal friend of Emperor Drosius Neretzes, so close, in fact, that I was betrothed to one of the emperor's granddaughters. During my childhood, I spent many summers with Apollotea, daughter of Archon Penton Neretzes and his wife, Lady Hylaciana. Every summer, our families met in turns, either in her forested mountain foothills or at my salty seaside. Apollotea and I played and fought, laughed and cried. We raced horses, swam in the bay, and needled each other during tedious state ceremonies and dinners. Together we explored all the recesses of our familial holdings. Her gardens were a fond favorite of mine. There we sparred with wooden paramarians and sabers, showcasing the skills we learned from our fencing instructors. The seat of the Neretzes family lay far to the north and west in the city of Saniopa. On occasion, our summer visits would take place at one of the Neretzes' other holdings like Veragos Castle. It was in the rose garden of Veragos Castle where, concealed by towering briars, we found hidden alcoves that sheltered stone benches and marble statues. Apollotea and I declared that place our secret council room, where we played Lord and Lady, resolving all manner of courtly business with our unseen courtiers and counselors, as only children can. It was in that garden that I first noticed how beautiful my betrothed was becoming, how her yellow locks framed her proud cheekbones, her piercing blue-gray eyes, her poetic way of speaking, her skill with the practice blade. It was in that garden that I felt the stirrings of something deeper than friendship. But every summer came to an end, and one of us would have to make the long journey home with our family. And it was that year, when autumn approached and it was time for me to return to the seaside, that I felt more than childish disappointment that playtime was over. It was a feeling of loss that I didn't yet understand. As I released her from that parting embrace, I felt hollowed out inside. Our eyes met, and in those pools of steely blue I perceived she felt it too. "Farewell, my lady," I breathed, regret clawing at my heart.
"Until we meet again, my lord,"
she replied, the gentle chide of hope ringing in her tone. Those were the last words we exchanged before I mounted my steed and unwillingly urged him toward the sea. The year was 1074. I was 10 years of age. 10 more years have intervened between that day and this, and that hollow feeling and regret, they have been my most faithful companions.